I must apologize. I have been doing other things, and when stuff and things have been hot, I've been taking naps, and I've been working on that, and now I'm here. So this is going to be a one-shot, as you read in the title. What if Izumi Midoriya was female and Junkrat from Overwatch? Well, I'm not really going to make her Junkrat. It's just going to be a side effect of her intelligence and kind of losing her mind. So you're going to hear a lot more voices from me today. And yeah, let's hop right into it. So we start off on her 13th birthday. Her mother, Izumi Midoriya, is in the hospital. She needs to make money. So she goes to a junkyard, gets a job. Sorting trash, fixing up things that can be fixed, and selling them. She does this for a few months, and she really likes it. She gets into a good rhythm. She makes things. She knows how to be a hero now. And then the hospital gets attacked. So, a villain, and her father is very special, you'll find out who he is in a minute, was going after her mother to get to her father. Her father kept both of them out of the limelight because of what he has done. He's a villain, and he's wanted everywhere. He's made a lot of enemies, he's made a lot of allies. And his daughter, Corpus, is currently at the junkyard where nobody knows where she is in the junkyard. All she knows is something in the back of her mind telling her to hide. She doesn't know what it is, she doesn't know why it's happening, but all it's telling her is to hide. So she does so. Disappears off the face of the earth. She hides, finds out via a television that her mother's now dead. Her father's just fucked off to nowhere. That's very important. So she goes back to the junkyard and starts living out of the junkyard. She gets enough nutrition because she has the job at the junkyard. She's going by an alias of Sarah Smith. She's been dyeing her hair ever since she hit 6 to this blonde color. Well, her father finds her in a year. She's built hundreds of thousands of things, and he found a signature in one of the items he built of a little rat holding 2 junk pipes, 2 pieces of junk. It always changes between items. If it's some kind of item with a pipe, it always holds a pipe and a screwdriver, or some kind of junk in its hands with a tool. And he's like, "Who's this?" And he goes, "Well, it's a dealer for items. They call themselves Junkrat as their nickname." He goes, "What do they look like?" Well, describe the 4 freckles, blonde hair. He's like, "Blonde hair? Green eyes?" He goes, "Whoa. Can you bring them to me?" So Garen, yes, Giant, or Garen, whatever. He gets in contact with her. She's told that there's somebody who needs medical equipment and can't move from his location. So she says, "Okay, let me meet him," and so she gets in this makeshift armor thing with a grenade launcher and multiple grenades. She's brilliant, and some of her inventions are game-changing. So she appears in the the place, and she sees him and goes, "Oh, that's easy." Pulls out a red vial and goes, "This is synth." He goes, "And what does synth do?" "It acts like a healing, regeneration, and a time reversal quirk all at once." He goes, "And you've made this in a junkyard?" She goes, "Yeah, quirks are easy to just put all out into the string of code, and I can just recode it. It's that easy." He goes, "Quick question." She goes, "Is your true name Izumi Midoriya?" And she goes, "And who's asking?" He pulls up his sleeve to show a few tattoos that he hides from pretty much everybody except his family. Yes, her father's all for one. So she has a touching reunion. It's not the important part. But he says, "You want to do anything, I'll support you wholeheartedly." She gives him the synth, and he regenerates fully. White hair, slicked back, red eyes, the freckles, because he has freckles instead of her mother. So we go to, oh God, a year later. She's now known worldwide for doing the most insane stunts. And every fucking time she wants to do a stunt, he's biting his nails, being like, "Please don't do this. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Please don't." Because this is the only way I can become a hero. Because otherwise, I go in as a vigilante or a villain in a rehabilitation program, or nobody will accept me because of you. Because I can hide myself. You have your genetic code on file thanks to fucker. Oi, language. All fucker, whatever. Okay, now that we actually know who you're talking about. You know exactly what I was talking about. But thanks to him, they have your genetic code on file. They do a DNA test for everybody to see if they've had past crimes. So, it's either villain rehabilitation or vigilante rehabilitation. You get to call Junkrat. This is Melissa. Melissa Shield, as in like daughter of David Shield. All for one is like, "What the fuck is going on?" And she goes, "Yes, I would like to discuss something with you. Let me think about that. You willing to rob a bank with me?" She goes, "Yes." She looks at her father. Izumi looks at her father, all for one, and looks at him and goes, "You don't have to worry about me as much. I got my partner in crime." God damn it, not another person who says you can do it. He goes, "Bring her here. I'll give her a quirk to..." "Oh, no. No need. You know, Synth, I've changed it a little." Melissa's like, "What is Synth and who are you talking to?" "Oh, just my father. Don't worry about him." But Synth is a fake quirk in a way. It gives you the abilities of quirks, and I found a way to genetically pick apart quirks and put them together and fit them together like puzzle pieces. And it works 99.99% of the time. Only at the genetic level of the synth will it peel apart and have a very violent reaction. How violent? It only is violent in the test tube. That still didn't answer my question. How violent? It can blow up an entire building. Immediately, All for One, who is going back to his paperwork to help fund the Junkertown, a junkyard that she runs, snaps his head towards her and goes, "It does what?" So she had to explain to both of them, "Don't worry, I've made it more safe. And plus, my Digistruct technology puts everything together for me anymore. He goes, you have what? Melissa is like, Digistruct what? She goes, yeah. Why don't you come over to Japan? You come over to Japan and I will discuss the blueprints of Digistruct technology with you. So they wait a few days. Melissa's in Japan and All Might picks her up. Izumi in green hair, green eyes, freckles, still missing. Only now Masa's actually looking for her because he has a hunch of who she is. Meets up with Melissa and All Might. She acts all normal in front of All Might, but once Melissa and her leave All Might's side, she immediately goes to the wall and shatters it with just pure strength of her body. That's how much she has worked out. That's how much she can lift and put in pressure. She is fucking buff. She's wearing baggy clothes so nobody really notices. Melissa's like, okay, I've seen this before. You're pissed at All Might, aren't you? No, I'm pissed at Toshinori Yagi. I'm not pissed at All Might. All Might is his good version, is his good side. I like All Might. I hate Toshinori Yagi with a passion. And man asks, why you hate him like that? She goes, yeah, just give me a minute. Picks up the phone and texts Kurogiri. Kurogiri opens the warp gate. Would you like to join me? So, Melissa walks through the portal. And Kurogiri took them straight to the warehouse. Showing all the medical equipment and all for what. And Fanked hooked up. With all of his scars put back as an illusion. Immediately she walks in. Hey, Dad! And Melissa walks in. I don't think I should be saying this. All for one with a raspy voice goes, no, you're not. Izumi looks at him with an irritated eyebrow. He looks at her with a pleading look behind his illusion, because she can see through the illusion because of the synth shit that she made. But Melissa can't. So she plays along. Melissa gets told about Digistruct technology. So yes, it does the same exact fucking thing that it does in Borderlands. Respawn, new use, guns being able to come back from being thrown into lava, yeah, all that shit. And then she pulls out Sid. She goes, I want you to join me on my spree. I know you're quirkless. I know that you want to stay quirkless and become an engineer. Well, pushes a Violacynth forward and says, that is a specific type of synth. That is the same synth I have in my body. It is a customizable synth. You inject it into your body, and the nanobots, yes, there are nanobots in it, inside the synth will change it based on what you want that day. It takes 10 to 20 minutes for your entire body to get acclimated to whatever ability you have. It takes another 40 minutes for them to actually finish the changing process. So it takes roughly an hour a day if you want to change daily. You will need to be in a nutrient bath for a good 10-20 minutes after the injection of this. While all this is being absorbed through your skin, thanks to the nanobots, you are going to bulk up like no one's business. You're going to grow in size. You're going to be able to do whatever the you want, but depending on how many fake quirks you want, you will need to be in a nutrient bath for another 10 minutes. So, will you join me, Melissa Shield, or will you let me do my thing alone? Holds out hand with vial on top of it too. She goes, robbing banks? She goes, yup. Vigilante and villain and rehabilitation program to get straight into the hero course. And plus, we don't take seats of the normal people that want to get into the hero course. She goes, you wouldn't be here if you didn't already decide. He goes, you're right. Grabs a hand and shakes it. So she goes, how many quirks do you want to simulate? She goes, I want mostly defensive quirks. Because we have offensive, like you. She goes, whoa. I'm not quite offensive yet. I can change myself to be offensive if you want. She goes, yeah, you be offensive, I'll be defensive. Ooh. You could be Roadhog. Who's that? Pulls up an image of Junkrat and Roadhog from Overwatch. And currently 250-year-old game. She goes, this was my main brand idea. Junkrat. I'll be fast and shoot a lot of fucking explosions. You be slow and be able to tank everything. She goes, yeah, let's do it. So they do it. She gets the Roadhog abilities. And yes, that means she can control the hook with her mind, spawn junk out of nowhere to shove in a shotgun she will have. Yes, she's already designed the shotgun. And another quirk allows her to basically have fruit, kind of like fruit, appear on her waist. She can pluck the fruit off her waist and squeeze it, sending out what is considered pure vitality. And whoever breathes in the vitality immediately rejuvenates themselves. So she designs a gas mask based on the fruit. And yes, the fruit goes into a glass bottle. When she's done with the glass bottle, she puts it back on her waist and it fills back up. So this is getting good. So they hit the HPSC, Hero Public Safety Commission. Their bank. And steal everything. All heroes... Damn, my voice is cracking. All heroes are just coming straight for them. No hold barred. The HPSC put a kill order out on both of them. So All Might and Endeavor are called. All Might can't recognize Melissa because Melissa has a few quirks that she shouldn't. She's taller. Instead of Melissa's original, I'm just going to make up a height for her, 5'11". She's now 6'10". Her body is massive. Not Stars and Stripes massive. More like the proportions of a female One Piece character. Right now. Just 6'10". Izumi shrank. Yes, she has to shrink, so she's tiny. Melissa fucking pulls out a giant tube from her back, presses a button on the tube, and throws it. It starts to just decompress from the tube, and thump! It's a fucking motorcycle with a sidecar. She hops in the driver's seat. Izumi jumps into the back seat, Izumi immediately patches into the fucking comms and introduces herself as Junkrat, the greatest thief in the fucking world. And both Izumi and Melissa know there's only one hero they'll allow to take them in, Eraserhead or any of the staff in UA. Besides Snipe, because when Snipe is called, people will get really, really fucking hurt. So, she starts fucking riding off like a bat out of hell. And Endeavor's flying after them. All Might's running after them. The bike is going hella fucking fast. Izumi turns around, loads a white ball into the gun, which I'm about to show you. She has multiple different grenades. She has a cryo grenade, a frag grenade. These are her biker glasses. That's her gas mask, and this is a landmine for her. She just places a really big fucking landmine. Everybody steps on it. This is her ultimate in the sidecar. So she busts around with this just pointed towards them, putting a white ball on it, and it just goes boom. And she just starts loading more of them. And they just see the digital like particles of something just appearing out of nowhere for thump, thump, thump. And it's just explosion after explosion after explosion. So she turns around, looks at Melissa and goes, "Fire in the hole!" And pulls out a fucking rip tire from nowhere. The rip tire starts spinning like a bat out of hell, like they're going. The rip tire falls back behind them, but speeds up again. Somehow, because I'm giving it the ability to jump, somehow fucking jumps onto Endeavor's back and explodes. Just completely just throwing out all physics. All Might stops, looks at Endeavor, and sees that he has multiple shrapnel wounds in his back. In the shape of, "I'm a bad father." Somehow. And there's just one fucking thumb drive just pointed as their period of the fucking sentence. So they keep going. They get away from All Might by more cryo grenades being thrown at him. And finally they get out of there. They get to Junkrat Town, and hundreds of fucking people were following them. Hundreds of thousands. So they find out where Junkrat Town is. Sorry, I just always said it like that. Junkrat Town. There we go. So they find out where Junkrat Town is. And Izumi immediately slams on this defensive button. And any hero that walks anywhere close to the building, thousands of guns just start pointing at them. Except for one hero who tries to sneak in. Multiple heroes have tried to sneak in, but Eraserhead thinks he's a little confident that he can get in. He gets close enough, everybody's like, "You're gonna get guns pointed at you." Walks forward and through a speaker says, "Eraserhead, UA approved list." And he goes, "What?" Nezu, who's on the scene, laughing his ass off because of the code names, Roadhog and Junkrat. So he walks up to the gate, unsurprised about that, and everybody's looking at him like he's crazy, and clicks the intercom button and goes, "This is Principal Nezu." The door just opens wide enough for him to squeeze through. "Can I bring Eraserhead?" It opens just enough more for him to go through, too. And multiple heroes try to rush in, but all of them get guns pointed at them, just fucking messing with everybody. Nezu walks through with Eraserhead as his bodyguard. They get in. Mizumi's laughing her ass off. Michaela Shield is there just laughing her ass off. And Nezu's like, I'm either losing the joke, or the joke is so intelligent that no one can understand it. She goes, give me a sec. Pricks her finger, drops it on a scanner. Shows up Izumi Midoriya. Closest genetic matches. Hisashi Midoriya, aka All for One. Eiko Midoriya. And this is where she gets freaked out, because she didn't know this yet. Telekill. Another S-rank villain. Telekill. And she goes, I've actually never noticed that. Melissa goes, eh. So Nezu goes, huh. I'm guessing you want to be a hero? Yup. My mother says she'd prefer me not to be one, but I said I wanted to be one, so she accepted it. My father, he's still on the ropes. Oh, so he's still alive. Yep. He's still alive. So, what do you want me to do? You're the principal of fucking UA. You can do whatever the hell you want. He goes, true. Aizawa goes, no, not true. I look directly at, she looks directly at Aizawa and goes, that is so true. You want to know why? The only reason your test hasn't been approved is because of Nezu. He snaps his head towards Nezu. What? Nezu goes, aw, you're ruining all my fun. I like playing mental games with him. She goes, the only reason why your test hasn't been approved is because Nezu wants to be a sadistic little bastard. He goes, hey, I deserve to be a sadistic little bastard. And I like that title. Aizawa goes, so you're being a sadistic little bastard and not allowing me to be an examiner in the UA tests as a fighting examiner for mental and non-robot quirks. Non-robot affecting quirks. He goes, yup. So, Nezu then goes back on topic saying, so, what's the deal? What do you want to do? Well, I want to keep going with my sprees. I'll give all the money back, except for the HPSC. I'm keeping all that. Nezu goes, I have no issue with that. Michaela's like, haven't we given all the money to charity? Then fucking Eraser finally knows who she is and goes, wait, are you Melissa Shield? She goes, yep. And Izumi starts laughing her ass off again because it wasn't hidden from him. It's just, it took him a while. So we go 10 months later. Izumi's in the bar with Shigaraki and all the villain friends with her birthday. Nezu, Eraserhead, and the rest of the UA staff walk in. Just out of fucking nowhere. And they're all like, neutral zone, aren't we? Izumi looks directly at him and goes, yup. Because I'm leaving. And captures a scarf that looks exactly like his, just green, immediately wraps around his ankles and goes, no you're not, and starts dragging him back. He starts clawing away, being like, no, fuck no. So She pulled him back into the bar. They all have a lot of fucking fun. So, Nezu, who was playing chess with somebody behind the screen, finally says, "So, all for one, when are you going to show your face again?" All of the teachers freeze, knowing exactly who that is. He goes, maybe at the summer camp. Who knows? I may steal my daughter so I can give her a happy birthday present before you take her back. Okay. Are we going to have an incident like, 3, maybe 4 years ago? He goes, no. Because this time, instead of just wounding him, I plan on killing him. And he goes, and why is that? Oh, just 2 days ago, I found, what was his new name again? Oh yeah, all bitch. Eraserhead snorts. Shigaraki dies of laughter. The rest of them are confused. On my way home from Junkrat Town. No, I do not live at Junkrat Town. I got myself an apartment. That's where 0.0001% of all my money goes. Into my apartment. Nezu goes, that's close to just 10,000 yen. Where is the rest of your money going? Charities, mostly. Maybe mostly quirkless defense charities, quirkless defense bills. Things to help the fucking quirkless. Unlike all bitch, who has close to $10 quadrillion in USD. 10 fucking quadrillion. And he's not even sharing that with the quirkless like he used to fucking be. All the teachers at UA are like, what? Nezu starts cackling and goes, did your father tell you that? She goes, no. My nanobots did. Looks directly at the screen. By the way, I have it now. Uncle Yoruichi's very funny. He starts choking on the other side because he was drinking something. He goes, what? Yeah. Apparently it doesn't need the consent of the wielder. It just needs the consent of a wielder of the quirk. Yeah, Uncle Yoruichi was very happy to find me. So, I now have All Might's quirk. And the ghosts are currently having a riot in my head that you're still alive. He goes, well, I was trying to retire, but then All Might fucking punched me in the face. Sends a picture on the screen. Tries to lobotomize me by fist. Well, I am now here. Walks through the door, perfectly healed. The ghosts freeze. She runs up, gives him a big hug, and accidentally activates All for One and snaps his spine. Accidentally snaps her own father's spine. He goes, okay, you can let me go now. You're breaking me. He's, oh, oops. Pulls out a synth and stabs him in the shoulder. Immediately regenerates. Oh, God. Oh, God. That is really annoying. Sorry. Why do you always have just a synth injector on you? Oh, I use some of this synth to make a pain amplifier. Looks at Nezu. And I slipped it into Yagi's pocket as a tea bag. So if he makes tea, Do not fucking drink it until he feels like he's in utter agony. Because I found a quirk out there called Pain Doubler. Upon usage of the quirk, the wielder of the quirk's pain will double. And it's now getting attached to the remnants of his one for all. So, I'm going to go take a bath. I need one. They're like, what? You look perfectly fine. Tilts head down, sees smoldering embers in hair. This ain't my shampoo! If you know where that's from, good on you. But they'll go, you're on fire? You've been on fire this entire time? Did somebody think somebody else was smoking? Nezu goes, so that's what that burning smell was. Everybody looks at Nezu. What? So Nezu walks up to her and goes, go clean up. We'll finish up here, clean up, and you can open your presents. She squeals like a schoolgirl. Because she is technically a schoolgirl. So, that is some weird notifications. She runs off, gets... How should I say this? Ambush. Yeah, ambush. In the bathroom. By Michaela. They have a little fun in the bathroom. We cut back 5 months. Michaela calls up midnight because they've gotten all the teachers' phone numbers to keep track of them, see how they're doing, making sure that they're not taking over the goddamn world with Nezu's help. Because he honestly could make them do that. And could get them to do that really fucking easily. And it scares the teachers. So Eraserhead gave them all the content. So she calls up midnight and asks for help. She finds out that she has fallen for Izumi hard as fuck. Like, really fucking hard. So that's where that scene comes from. We go to after. All for One walks in with a crate and puts it down. Looks directly at Nezu and goes, no, I did not make it. Yes, I killed the person who made it. He goes, made what? So she goes, what is this? He goes, a very loyal pet. Looks at Nezu. Remember, I did not make it. I did not want any part of this. But it was made. I'm a part of it now. So I'm instead giving it to my daughter. Where she will take care of it. He goes, I am now concerned. She opens up the cage. A little rat, not Nezu style, a little albino rat with a few green tufts crawl out. And he says, the doctor who had my life support working and why I kept him around, besides the interesting quirk theories and quirk experiments he did, constantly duplicated quirks for me. So I could get a stronger and stronger and stronger regeneration quirk for me to fix my face and my breathing. Well, I don't need him anymore, and the last thing he did was he made a telekinetic and mentally sound rat. This isn't just any kind of rat, too, with a quirk. No. This has over 60 different mental quirk in this one rat. It tilts, and everybody hears through their mind, "Where am I?" Izumi just cheers. Not very loud because she knows that animals have sensitive hearing, but she cheers and picks up the rat and gives it affection. We skip a few months. Nezu has been helping Izumi. He trained the rat to think, for its expression, everything. And it is now basically human. The only thing it does not have is the ability to speak. But it doesn't need to because it can mentally connect with people. So it is brilliant. The rat now sees Izumi as its mother. And Nezu figured out that it was his, technically his child. Because of the scientists taking his DNA and experimenting with it, and the doctor got it after Nezu ripped out every single one of those scientists' throats with his teeth and claws. So they're kind of co-parenting a rat. Yeah, it's going to get confusing. So it grows. It is now the size of a possum, a fully grown possum. And it's starting to work on its little gear. Because she asked Nezu for an animal companion to be brought in as her sidekick when she's a hero. And he got all the paperwork ready. Now she just needs to pass the written exam to get into UA as a rehabilitation student. It has worked in the past, and she's going to be an underground hero. So, the little creature's working on his mask, on everything, and she comes up and sees what he's doing and goes, "You're mixing up these two wires." And she walks off, and she just hears in the back of her mind, "Thanks, Mom!" She smiles happily. So they go on. She just turned 18. It is now summer before the second semester of high school for most people. Kayla's been 18 for close to 3-4 months now. All for One got approached by Melissa. I'm watching a Kronos fan fiction, so that name is currently in my mind instead of Melissa. Sorry about that. She approached All for One for something, and he gave her a challenge. The challenge was to get Izumi at her mother's grave. Get her to her mother's grave to grieve. Because she's been working herself so hard so she doesn't have to think about it. So Melissa slowly coaxed Izumi to the grave. It's been 3, maybe 4 months of the coaxing. So school has gotten back into the swing of things. And Melissa's seen her ups, downs, lefts, rights, U-turns, zigzags, everything of Izumi so far while they've been together. Every once in a while she has to go back to Island and check in with her father and visit her father. Her saying her schooling is going well and showing her report card. It's a completely fake report card. The school is completely faked by All for One. And she's still getting fucking education. I'm not saying she's not, but the entire school is fucking fake, so she can stay in Japan. And yes, all the villains at the bar who are adults were staged as teachers for All Might to come visit, because David was curious, for All Might to come visit. They all hate All Might too. But they all showed it in different ways. They don't like being questioned, certain things. All Might like goes like, okay, they must be just pissed off that I'm questioning their credentials. Most of them have been teachers in the past, these villains. So they do have credentials to teach. And they say most of the time she just self-studies. She's way beyond our course, so we just let her self-study most of the time, letting her come in on tests and work days so she can get full credit. David hears this and goes, okay, so she's self-studying most of the time. It's giving her a great environment to self-study and work on things. We go to the end of the year. They both graduated, and we go to all for one. He gives them diplomas. Teachers give them the tests that graduate them. They get diplomas. They're able to get to UA. So, the entirety of UA gets mobilized by Nezu. HPSC is asking why is he mobilizing. He goes, there's a time-sensitive lead on Junkrat and Roadhog. And the HPSC is like, let us send some backup. They go, no. Junkrat and Roadhog are very flighty around any heroes besides UA staff. You know this, we know this. So, shut up, sit on your hands, and wait. So they bring them in, Izumi gets questioned, put in the system. Immediately Nezu sends in a notification to Suguchi. Whatever you do, do not ask who Izumi's parents are. And he asks why, and he goes, you won't like the answer. And he knows Nezu doesn't lie about his job, nor about psychologists. And, yeah. So he accepts that and says, I've gotten a tip off not to ask you about your parents. She goes, you're the lie detector, aren't you? He goes, yes. How do you know this? Oh, my dad. And how does he know this? He's talked to you before. So your father's a villain. And my mother. And who may they be? I'll only tell my mother for your own sanity. Okay, and who is she? Telekill! Your mother was the most notorious telekinetic villain in the entire fucking world? Yep. I'm not going to even ask what your father is because I don't want to know. Whoever can catch the eye of Telekill, I don't want to meet him. You've already met him. I don't want to meet him again. Oh, no, you don't. But anyway, slides some synth forward. I suggest you take that. He goes, why? Shit is about to go down. Why? I kind of blew up the Public Hero Safety Commission or whatever the fuck their name is. He goes, and why did you blow it up? 3, 2, 1. Every camera, every speaker, everything is now projecting the entirety of the news story about Endeavor being an abusive asshole. About how Endeavor is a complete fucktard who needs to be put in Tartarus. So we go, an hour later, everything is calmed down, semi-calmed down. And he walks back into the interrogation room, and she's napping on the table with cuffs off and just not caring. And he goes, please wake up. And he hears a voice in his head saying, don't wake mother. She's been up all night preparing for today. And he goes, and who are you? Where are you? The vents. He looks up at the vents and he sees a green-eyed, green-haired rat. And the vent just slowly opens and he floats down towards her and lays on her. She cuddles it. And he gives a happy chirp noise thing. I don't know what a happy rat noise is, so I think it's chirp. I don't know. If it's not, oh well, sue me. Please actually do not sue me. Please don't fucking sue me. That is a figure of speech. Please don't actually take legal action about me not knowing what a happy rat noise is. I've had to explain that multiple times to some people. Please do not actually sue me. And yes, in high school, someone took that quite literally, and I had to explain to him before he actually goes to the legal team, please do not sue me. It's a figure of speech being like, oh no, what can you do? So, now Masa just sits down in the chair and just goes, can you please wake her up? I need to finish our conversation. Thanks to whatever the hell that was. So he slowly wakes up Izumi. Izumi wakes up and starts patting him and giving him love and attention. He's all happy. Now Masa goes, I'm going to ask you 2 questions about this. Points at the possum rat thing. 1, do I want to know what he is? And who he is? Answer 1. What and who? Probably not, will I tell you. If you ask, yes. I'm going to have a headache. What and who is he? What? He is the genetic combination of a rat made out of Nezu's DNA and my mother's DNA. He freezes. And who he is my adopted son. Happy rat noises. And now Masa just starts massaging his head, being like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. So now Masa walks over to a door, opens it. Oi! Eraser, get in here. The rat immediately speaks to Izumi and now Masa. Uncle Aizawa? Now Masa immediately face faults really hard, knocking himself out. Aizawa walks in, sees the rat, and goes, nope, pushes now Masa into the room, shuts the door, locks the door. I'm not dealing with that thing. Everybody's like, what? I'm not dealing with Nezu's child. Everybody freezes. Nezu has a what? All they hear is cackling in their mind from something. And it sounds so much like Nezu. So, finally now Masa wakes up. He finishes the interview. Nezu walks in with papers for the rehabilitation program at UA. And she takes it. Not much of a fuss. She takes it. Because that's what her original plan was. So, Nezu goes, looks like I need dorm systems. He goes, I can help build. He goes, no. You gotta take care of, and I'm really weirded out by saying this. Our son. And she goes, okay. The rat asks, where's mom? She goes, oh, she's in the other room. Probably having the same deal. And also probably trying to talk to her father so he doesn't disown her. Oh no! David hasn't been told yet. She looks at Nezu and goes, oh, okay. Is he going to be told when we get into UA? Yep. Yes, he is. Ooh, that's going to be fun. So, we move on to first day of UA. Entrance exams passed. Everything's passed. First day of UA. She's in a black skin-tight outfit. And Melissa's in her lap. She's taking a nap, Melissa. I don't know a name for the rat. All I can hear in my head is Billy Bob. I'm not calling the rat Billy Bob. I don't know a name for the rat. So, Junkrat Jr. There we go. I'm just going to call him Junior. So everybody starts coming in. They see Izumi and Melissa cuddling up to each other. Melissa asleep. Junkrat Jr. on her lap. Koda walks in and starts signing with her, wondering if she knows sign. Oh, she does. She starts talking back. They start discussing things. And Koda is just discussing things with her. And finally, Junior wakes up. It squeaks morning before he projects it into her mind morning. Koda speaks back, good morning. Immediately, he notices, because it's a he, it's not a she, it's a he. That wasn't his mother. So he snaps his head up and sees Koda. And he knows he only projected it into his mother's mind. And asks, you can understand me? And he nods. Immediately projects into both their minds. He can understand me! Koda squeaks in embarrassment, not knowing he had a quirk, just thinking he was a normal animal. Izumi snaps her head up and goes, oh, I have an idea. I have a very bad idea. Junkrat Jr. is like, let's do it! I'm going to end it right there. My voice is going again. I haven't been doing this for a while. And my voice is already going. So I gotta wait. I'm going to try to start uploading again. It's that time of the year where I can upload a little bit more because, well, I don't have a lot of shit to do. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye!